Welcome back to my channel, beloved. We are going to hop straight into it, guys. And the first thing I am going to do, I am going to prime with this sharp tape primer. It's a sample, guys, and I've been trying different primers to see if I like any of them more so than the ones that I already like. But I'm just going to put this all over my face. And then, guys, I'm doing something, it's not new. I do it from time to time, but I take this got to be glued, and I basically put it on my brows so that the hairs will not move out of place. It actually dries invisible. So if you have like eyebrows that kind of the hairs kind of move, I know in my case I don't have a lot of brows, but the little brows I do have tend to move in different directions throughout the day, as the oils start to come through in my skin. And so I'm doing this today, and I only applied just a small, very small amount. And I'm going to take these two Nika K brow pencils and do my brows, guys, like I always do them. So today, guys, I want to talk about, you know, lately I've been having a lot of spiritual attacks. Most of them have been trying to discourage me and, you know, make me move my faith from my promises with God and the things that the Lord has in store for me. And it's been really intense, guys. But I felt necessary to make or to talk about this particular topic. And it is, when you are a child of God, giving up is not an option. Okay. I know sometimes life get heavy and it gets hard, and you just don't know if you even have the strength to, overcome or pull through certain situations. But it's very important when you get in these low times to remember to stand on God's words and remember the things that He has already done for you, and know that He will do it again. I've been noticing with many people that the devil, there's a really big spirit of, suicide and, depression and anxiety and all of those type of things. But guys, we need to bind these spirits in the spiritual realm so that they cannot torment and afflict God's children, especially in these hard times with the so-called, C issue going on. I'm not going to say it because a lot of people have been getting striked and, all kind of things for even mentioning the name. But guys, it's very important that when you're a child of God, okay, there's no such thing as giving up. And the reason why is because our Father overcame the world. And if our Father overcame the world, then we will overcome the world too. And so I've been finding myself in these little mini moments where, I've been feeling really sad and just down and just questioning, you know, whether or not certain things are going to happen, and whether or not, you know, I am going to come into these promises. And I even made a mistake, and it's just like you can't allow any of those things. Even if you fall, you have to just pick yourself up, and you have to dust yourself off, and you have to keep going. And sometimes you don't know what the outcome is going to be, and sometimes you're not even sure how you will do that. But you must keep your eye on God to know that He will, not by your own might, but that He will bring you out of it, and He will bring you into the things of your purpose. And so, guys, I just want to encourage, some of you who may be feeling down, who may be feeling just, sad, who's been, crying, who's been, going through, whatever, God is able, guys. And there is no length that his arm cannot reach. And sometimes, things do get heavy. And I remember during all of this, that I kept thinking a lot of like negative things, and I don't even think it was necessarily my thoughts. I think it was the enemy, putting those thoughts in my mind. But I started feeling like, that things were just not going good for me, and I started feeling like overwhelmed, like it was a burden that was just too much for me to carry. And I remember the Lord spoke to me, and he told me that, he wouldn't put too much on me that I can bear. But the enemy was making the issues that I was going through so magnified, guys, and seemed so gigantic that I just felt I just felt like, I don't know, I felt a lot of negative things. And so, guys, I just primed my eyelids, and I'm going to set it with this CoverGirl's setting powder. And before I get back to the conversation, guys, I do want to tell you, I originally started off wanting to do a different look, okay? And you're probably gonna notice it because I didn't trim it out or nothing. I just left it in, just because I just didn't feel like it. I'm not gonna lie, guys. But so I started off originally. The plan was, guys, I was going to try to mix that blue and that pink from that Juvia's Place palette from the cotton candy look that I did, because when I was doing that look, it made like this really, really pretty purple. And so I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna try to mix them together. But guys, I don't know, as I started it, and excuse me, I kept going. I changed my mind. I changed my mind and wanted to do something different. So you will see that, and I'm just giving you guys a heads up. That's what happened. And so I am still going to try to do this look, but when I did it, guys, the way that I did it, I should have did it a different way, especially because of how the Juvia's Place powders blend. I should have did it a different type of way. And so, guys, yeah. So, like I was saying, the enemy was making these issues just so blown up, and they seemed like they were giants in my life. And I remember thinking, like, you know, these issues can't be this big, because I serve a mighty God. I serve a great God. And so I remember thinking, like, there is no way that, these things are just as big as they are, And I started to try to pray, because at the time, guys, I was getting attacked so hard that it was making it incredibly difficult to pray. But I prayed anyway, because you know I've been walking this walk with the Lord a really long time, and so I know that sometimes when you feel like you can't pray, it's just a spiritual attack against the enemy, and you have to pray more. And so I pray anyway, guys. And I'm sorry, guys, I'm using the Julia's Place palettes, but I am right now, I can't remember which one. I will insert pictures for you guys of which colors and palettes, because I use like 4 different palettes for this look, guys. And so, yeah, guys, I am going to insert the pictures here on the right and put an X over the colors that I'm using as I'm going through this look, to help you guys. And I didn't mean to say Juvia's Place palettes, guys. Sometimes when I'm doing these voiceovers, I get, I don't know, it's almost like I pronounce certain things wrong. And I'm sorry, guys. I'll try to slow down and be more clear of the product names and the things that I'm actually trying to say to you guys. And so next I'm taking this CoverGirl's clean face powder, and I'm going to blend out the harsh line above, um, from the Jerawa color that I use, guys, so that it won't look so harsh. Um, a lot of people, you know, get discouraged when doing makeup, but guys, makeup is, it's just, to me, it's like a form of art. And it takes time, especially if you like to do like a lot of different, bright colors, or just like deep colors. The blending portion can take, it can take time to do, guys. But back to what I was saying, guys. So I was like being so overwhelmed, guys. I started feeling confused. I started feeling like, was I hearing God clearly? And all kind of stuff. The enemy was just having a field day, bringing all of this confusion into my mind and into my life. And guys, I had to keep my eye on God. Like, I had to literally, just keep my eye on him. And, you know, in my previous video, I explained that it's so much noise in the world because there's so many different opinions and, things of that. And so, the enemy, he loves, bringing in confusion in any door he can. And I had to keep my eye on God. And despite I wasn't feeling the best in my spirit with things, guys, I just tried to just stay close to the Father, because he is my safety refuge, in times like these. And so one of the things that I thought that, I was actually on the right track with, I actually was not, guys. And you know it it took a lot out of me, because when I realized that, I had made a mistake, it really hit me hard. And I was just like, I just got to a place where I was like, dang, it's really hard. Like, you know when you're trying to be a child of God, when you're trying to do the right thing. But I know firsthand, when things happen like this, okay, there's a lesson in it. There, it's going to either be a blessing or a lesson, or sometimes even both. And so I know what the Lord was speaking to me concerning this. So that part, I don't feel like I was, off. But the part where, you know, I was thinking it to be something else, when it was just, a brief moment in my life, that part I was wrong about. And so I found myself, when God gave me the revelation after I prayed and asked him to show me, guys, I just want to say, you have to be, when you ask the Lord to show you something, I don't care what it is, you have to know that sometimes when the Lord shows us things, guys, it's not all the time it's going to be something that you want it to be. So, and the Lord has done this quite a bit with me. And the thing of it is, guys, you have to not harden your heart against whatever planned, or whatever, however you expected a situation to go. You cannot harden your heart, from to the Lord, just because that thing didn't play out maybe the way that you expected it to. And so, guys, with that being said, when you go through things and you ask God to show you things, you can't become angry with him, because whatever he shows you may not be what you want it to be. You have to trust God. And sometimes trusting him, it's not going to be a piece of cake to trust him. That means trusting him even when you don't know. So, the Lord revealed that to me again. And, at first I was kind of like in this funk where I felt upset. I felt angry. A part of me felt bitter, and I had to rebuke it. And I had to just thank the Lord, because even though with my understanding, I didn't understand what he was doing, I realized that he knew best, as always. So I thanked him, and, I just was like, Lord, whatever you're doing, I trust you. And so I just want to tell you, like, guys, sometimes it's not going to be, just easy breezy, moments. Like, sometimes you're going to have moments that are going to be real. Sometimes you're going to have moments that are going to shake you to the core, but even still in them moments, God gives greater grace. He's sufficient. And so I just want to come on here and encourage someone that if you're going through any hardships or you're going through any hard times in your life, just hold on to God no matter what. Let that be your constant in your life. No matter what the enemy does, let God do what he do. And don't get shaken. Like, don't get moved from your place with God, because that is the tactic of the enemy. If he can move you from your place with God, then he can come in and lie, kill, and destroy. And so you have to be mindful of the different tactics that the enemy uses. And a lot of times they are the same tactics over and over. They may be done differently, in some sense, but, the enemy doesn't have anything new to use. With the children of God, he usually gets you, wrapped up in these same tactics that he used over and over and over again on you. And you just have to know that even if it looks bad, you have to live on faith. And sometimes it is just going to be a mustard seed of faith. I've had moments where I've had great faith, that the enemy couldn't even whisper a lie because I had such great faith. But then I've had moments where I've been overwhelmed and I've had little faith, like, just the faith of a mustard seed. But either way, God was still good and his word was true. And so I just want you all to know that things, they may not seem like, they have a purpose in your life. You may not understand, Lord, why am I going through this? Why is this happening to me? And I'm telling you guys this because these are things that I experience. Sometimes I go through things, guys, and I'll be like, Lord, I'm doing everything you asked me to do. Whatever you tell me don't do, I tried not, you try to do things to the best of your ability to stay in a good place with God. But what I want you to know is, beloved, it's not about whether you did something right or wrong. It's about God's will. And sometimes his will, okay, requires for you to hit a few road bumps. That's not saying he doesn't love you anymore. And it's not saying that he doesn't care. Is saying that whatever you're going through, he's going to use it, and he's going to glorify him as God in that situation. So that means that sometimes things will happen, and it's not about you being right or wrong, or you sinning or not sinning. It's about God using this thing, A, to put you in a place in your purpose, and B, to show you, and to show others that he is God. And so, guys, just be mindful of these things in the times that we're in. And no matter what, guys, just try to, believe in God to the best of your ability, because he is a great God. He is a good father. And despite what the enemy tries to show you in your physical eyes, in your spiritual eyes, you have to walk every day. Every day you have to walk in your spiritual eyes, because if you don't, it's going to make it difficult to even see, you know, or have understanding about what God is doing for you. And guys, I just want to say, I started off right here. I was going to show you guys how I pin my hair up, but things just did not, I ended up stopping, the recording, and I started doing something else, not realizing that I was supposed to actually be recording. But guys, yeah, I just inserted it because I had already recorded it, and you know, I just included it because it was originally meant to, to show you guys how I pin my hair up in my buns and stuff. But yeah, so guys, just stay vigilant every day. Put on the full armor of God every day. Get a renewal of your mind. Okay, remember that this war is against your mind and your thought processes and what you believe. Okay, and so every day get a renewal of your mindset. Every day put on the full armor of God. Every day just know there's not going to be a day that you're not in this spiritual warfare, that you get up, that you won't have to use God's word as a sword. Okay, when the enemy comes in and he tries to speak lies, that is your weapon. God's word is your weapon to fight against the enemy. And so guys, I just want to encourage someone with this video. I know that I sit and I do my makeup, but it's not about the makeup, guys. It's just about the fact that when I do my makeup, it's just time alone by myself, and I think about a lot of things during this time. I talk to the Lord a lot during this time, and I just feel like whatever pops in my spirit, that is basically what I come on here on the video and talk to you guys about. And guys, I'm just going to go ahead and pop my lip liner, or I don't know if it's the actual lip liner, but it's a brown um pencil, and I'm going to pop my lipstick on, and that would be the end of the video. But guys, I want you guys to stay encouraged. Stay encouraged in these times. And you know, the Lord is looking for someone, who's going to stand fast when the enemy comes. He's looking for a child that's willing to fight with him into the end. And guys, you are capable. We are capable. We are capable of overcoming things that, probably in our human mind that we don't think that we are. And with that being said, just press on. You know, this too shall pass. Whatever you may be going through, it will pass, guys. There's nothing that happens to anyone that doesn't pass. Sometimes the Lord will let it pass quickly, and sometimes he'll leave you in it for a while. But either way, there is purpose. There is purpose in the things that he do. And so guys, these are the pictures of the look that I did. I love you guys. Remember that Jesus loves you more. And I hope to see you in my next video, guys. Bye.